back to the channel. I just want to make a video about something today. It's not like news related or announcement related, but if you follow me on Twitter, you might have seen this topic that I tweeted about not too long ago. It got kind of a lot of engagement and comments and things like that. And shout out to Movie Titan for posting it on Instagram. I didn't even know they were going to post it on their account. I just happened to see it scrolling, and I saw that they had shared it. So, I just want to share a theory that I have had about Zack Snyder's Justice League regarding the nightmare vision Cyborg has when the League goes to the Kryptonian ship to bring Superman back to life, and what I think that has to do with Superman's behavior and reaction to the League when he does come back. We know this is one of the best, such an iconic scene in Zack Snyder's Justice League, Superman versus the League. So we know that, okay, when he connects to the Kryptonian ship to override the commands, or when he realizes that there's not enough power to use the ship's AI, or to use the ship to bring Superman back to life, and they agree to have Flash create a charge and all of that. When Cyborg connects to the ship, we have the AI that he connects with telling him not to do it, and this course is irreversible. He sees this nightmare vision of Darkseid, the world being taken over, Wonder Woman and the Themyscirans, Wonder Woman dying, the Themyscirans being, they're at Darkseid's, will now. He's taking over, right? Themyscira, killing Aquaman, and Volko. Flashback, again, we see Cyborg taking all of this in, like, this is what is going on, right? And then, of course, what we all were hoping we would see that Zack got to include Superman holding Lois's burnt corpse because Darkseid comes into the Batcave and kills her. Okay? And then we see Superman succumb to the anti-life equation under Darkseid's control. Then we see, okay, the rest of the nightmare vision that coincides with the nightmare vision in BVS. And at the end, we see Cyborg say no, like, don't do this. So we hear the AI say, is telling him not to do it. He says no, but the Flash does it anyway. The AI says, future has taken root in the present, which is one of my favorite lines in the movie. I think it's really cool and interesting. Then when he comes back and he seems to be confused, he's kind of putting the pieces together and all of that, sort of, but still confused. Then we get to this epic scene where he fights the Justice League. He sees them as a threat. Cyborg's apocalyptic technology is interpreting Superman as a threat as well, and that's why his defense system, this is the first and really only time we see Cyborg's defense system react in this way, and it's because it's reacting to a danger, but not just any danger, Superman as a Kryptonian danger, right? We see them fighting, battling. Superman is extremely, it's nothing to him, right? So I feel like my theory is that the things that we see happening in the vision that Cyborg has in the ship is why Superman is reacting this way to the League. I don't think it's that he's just confused or that he doesn't know exactly who he is or what's going on. I think a lot of it has to do with what we see in that vision. We see the League dying. We see, specifically pertaining to Superman, Lois being killed by Darkseid. And where? In the Batcave. And we know that even before the movie came out, we know that it was the plan, or Zack, that he would blame Bruce for Lois's death. And of course, we got Easter eggs about the Knightmare and, Superman being bad or evil in the Knightmare in BVS. And why? Because when we get lines in that, we get the dialogue in the Knightmare vision or the Knightmare scene in BVS. She was my world. You took her from me. Flash coming out saying Lois is the key. You need to find us. All of this hat fits together. It's not a coincidence that we see that nightmare scene telling us that Lois is the key. Superman obviously blaming Bruce for the death of Lois. And then right before Superman comes back, we have a nightmare vision showing those things. Then Superman succumbing to the anti-life equation, and that's why the world is destroyed, right? And Superman has become a weapon. I don't know if Superman is seeing these things take place as well, or he feels like he's in that state of mind before he comes back. Because when he comes back, this is not just confusion. Like, he's interpreting them as a threat. Yes, he doesn't know Aquaman, he doesn't know the Flash, and he doesn't know Cyborg. He knows Diana a little bit. He knows that she's not a threat to him because of BVS, but yet he is still reacting to them as if they are a threat. And then it, of course, intensifies when Cyborg's tech goes off and blasts Superman, and then they start to battle. And then here, like when Batman shows up like a little bit later on, right? Because he takes him longer to get from the ship to the memorial site where they're fighting Superman. The way he looks at Bruce when he sees him and just beelines for him, I feel like that's, some people have said, oh, he's mad because of what Bruce did in BVS and this and that. But they had kind of they had already made amends at the end of the movie. And I guess you could say he kind of blames Bruce for his own death, but he chose to, it was a sacrifice that he made to defeat Doomsday, right? I don't think he blames Batman for that. I think he's blaming him because he thinks that Lois has died because Bruce failed to protect her from Darkseid, which we see in the nightmare scene right before he comes back to life. And he doesn't just try to go up to fight Batman like he's fighting the other League members. He tries to kill him with his laser vision. And, thankfully, I mean, for Bruce, he has the gauntlets that he made inspired by Diana's gauntlets, right? He doesn't just go up to him and try to fight him or whatever. He wants to kill Bruce. And obviously, in the other version of the nightmare that we've seen, he does, right? He sticks his hand through his chest. So I feel like this is all because of what we see before Clark comes back to life. And yes, we could say that, okay, when he sees Lois, he doesn't just stop what he's doing because, yes, it's Lois, and Lois and his mom are going to have the most effect on him. But he doesn't just stop because he sees her. He's genuinely shocked to see her alive. And that's how I interpreted that. I mean, before he sees Lois, he is just, he doesn't care anymore, right? He doesn't care. I mean, like I said, he's ready to kill Batman right here, right now, in front of everybody. And when he sees her, he's just genuinely shocked. Yes, she's the key, and Wonder Woman says every heart has one, and for him it's Lois. But I feel like he was legitimately, like, shocked and surprised to see her alive. And when he hugs her and he's, crying and things, like he's starting to cry and tear up, I feel like he was just genuinely shocked to see her alive. And that was what made him stop what he was doing, about to kill Batman. That's my theory about why Superman comes back the way he does. They brought him back using the mother box, right? Which is from Apocalypse. So I feel like that could have something to do with, well, I guess the mother box hadn't touched the water yet. But the ship knew. The Kryptonian AI knew that if you bring Superman back, this is a future that could happen. Which is why it was trying to tell Cyborg, don't do this. This course is irreversible. The future has taken root in the present. I feel like all of that ties into how Superman reacted to the League, and specifically to Batman, when he came back. And because there's such a huge difference between the way we see him here reacting to the League compared to the way we see him when he takes Lois and goes back to the Kent farm and kind of starts regaining his, his identity, who he is. And then, of course, when it kind of, it comes full circle when he goes to the ship to get his suit and, you know, flies to the sun and, regenerates and powers up to be super powerful to go help the League fight Steppenwolf. But that's my little theory. I think it's more than just him being confused. I always have since the movie came out. And it's especially if you watch movies more and you kind of notice different the dialogue. I think the dialogue that the Kryptonian ship says has a lot to it gives you a lot of hints and Easter eggs at what's happening, and especially tying into the BVS nightmare scenes, talking about Lois is the key. And then the epilogue is the nightmare when Batman has all of the some of the League members that have survived, Cyborg and Flash. Mira's there. Then he has to, get the help of Joker and Deathstroke. So it happens anyway. There's still a Nightmare timeline that happens anyway. Just like the Kryptonian AI says, the future has taken root. The course is irreversible. So it's kind of like it's going to happen regardless of whether it happens right now or later. It's still going to happen eventually. So, and we know, obviously Darkseid knows about the League now, so he's going to come to Earth. They was setting up all of, the next part of Justice League that we would have gotten under Zack's original plan. Zack is very intentional with this, like the Easter eggs, everything that happened is very intentional, and a lot of things have more than one meaning, and it's a lot of stuff is just, but it's not just surface level. And I think that the nightmare vision that Cyborg has before Superman comes back is one of those things that is not surface level. So I just wanted to share my theory on that. What do you guys think? Do you think that the vision Cyborg has before Superman comes back has any bearing on Superman's behavior, reaction, his mental state when he comes back to life? Or do you think that that is not related at all and he's just confused? Yeah, let me know what you guys think. That's my theory. But thank you guys for watching. Check out the links in the description, any videos you might have missed recently. I did a Wakanda Forever trailer reaction. I uploaded a couple of shorts these past few days. You can find those by heading to the shorts section of my channel. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. And yeah, see you guys next time.